What's up, everybody? This is Alex from UNDEATH, and you are listening to FANTASM Podcast.
Phantasm.
Maximum terror.
That's your target audience, baby!
Phantasm.
And you know something? I sort of enjoyed it.
Phantasm.
Sell the metal! Sell the metal! Sell the metal! Sell the metal!
Phantasm.
So what is up? Gorechrist FANTASM Podcast. I am here with Alex from UNDEATH. This is fucking awesome, dude. Fellow New Yorker from Rochester. It's amazing. I'm from Long Island myself, but...
Very cool.
Yeah, so we are here to talk about It's Time to Rise from the Grave. Comes out April 1st on Prosthetic Records. Dude, I'm so excited about this album, I can't even tell you. So I guess, if you don't mind, we can do like kind of a little track-by-track, just to talk about the record a little bit.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
I guess first, just talk about the overall writing process in general, and just, you know, when you guys started writing this one.
Sure, man. Yeah, I mean, we started writing it like around the same time that our first album, Legions of a Different Kind, was getting released. So I know going into that, the first album, we had a lot less time to kind of like flesh out the ideas and really luxuriate over the whole songwriting process. And with this one, you know, there really wasn't a time frame to get it out. So we just took the better part of a year. I mean, like, we released Legions in October of 2020, and
Yeah.
by that point, most of the record, well, not most of the record, at least 3 or 4 songs were already completely written. And we just took the rest of the year to finish up the album, and then got into the studio and recorded it in like January or February of 2021. And
Damn.
yeah, took 2 whole weeks. I mean, when we were recording Legions, dude, we had like 3 days in the studio.
Well,
It was a nightmare.
it turned out awesome, so congrats on your success of that album, too, because damn, you know, it's one of my favorite albums of 2020, and a lot of people's for sure, so.
Thank you very much.
Turned out well. And I guess this one, you know, the pandemic and everything, a lot of people are cranking out really good albums, so a lot of people have more time, I guess, to write, or just wanted to write more, so the fact that this one's coming pretty quick, I'm excited to hear it, so.
Hell yeah, man.
Jumping into the first track here, and you can talk about just musically, lyrically, anything you want about each track, just little tidbits about it. We'll start with number 1, it's Fiend for Corpses. Sounds like a good start.
Yeah, I mean, that one, I mean, you know, we've always kind of had this underlying philosophy with, like, and UNDEATH is not a band that has a lot of philosophies, but, I mean, we've always kind of had this goal with, like, every opening track on whatever we put out. We don't want to fuck around with, like, string intros and, like, orchestral arrangements and stuff. I mean,
Right.
like, that shit's cool, and maybe we'll do it someday, but I mean, the future's wide open, but
Right.
for what we're going for, we've always wanted, like, the opening track to just kind of, like, jump right out of the gate, just, like,
Sure.
kick you in the dick.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we wanted to do with this one. You know, this is the first record that we did with our bass player, Tommy.
Yeah.
And we thought it'd be cool to, like, have him intro the record with that little bass riff. It's
Sure,
kind of
yeah.
like a little introduction to the new and improved UNDEATH 2.0. And, you know, beyond that, it's just, like, the other thing I can really point out as a highlight of that song is that all the verses have, like, spelling in them.
Yeah.
like we spell, like, dead, and I think we spell enter. I don't know, it's kind of like a death metal hooked on phonics thing.
Nice. Hey, kids gotta learn. Sometimes they start with death metal, so.
Yeah, we're trying to like, you know, learning is fundamental.
Educate the masses, you know. You can't leave the little metal kids out. They gotta learn too, so.
Hell no.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of Dick Kicker opening tracks. I think that's a really good way to suck you in, because for me, it's good to have like a solid like intro, maybe have like sound effects or something, you know, but it's also good just to be annihilated without even, like expecting it. You're just like, oh shit, this is the record. It's happening. Like, it's really happening.
Why
I have no
time,
Right, yeah. And with death metal too, you gotta kick them right in the dick as soon as you put your, put the album in, and there you go. Mm-hmm. All right, so track 2, Defiled Again. I'm a huge fan of these song titles. Like, I always try to pick my favorite ones and see if that's my favorite song too. I try to do that. So one of them is Defiled Again. I think that's hilarious. It's amazing. So yeah, Defiled Again, track 2.
With that one, I remember we were going back and forth for a long time just with the title because we didn't know if we wanted to put "again" in parentheses.
Oh yeah, again. Yeah.
Defiled again. Like, if we do that, is that going to be too like metalcore?
Yeah.
But we ended up just saying it as it is, no parentheses. And I mean that song, it's probably like my favorite on the album. Honestly, I just love the chorus. I think it's like a super strong chorus. I think it was one of the first ones that Kyle and Matt from the band showed me when we were writing the record. Yeah. And it might have been the first one besides the title track, honestly. But I remember them playing it for me at practice, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this song is fucking awesome. I mean, it's just, I think it's just a dope song with like a really, really huge chorus, and that's kind of the modus operandi for the whole album.
Oh, yeah. Nice. And then also, they present you with a track like that, musically, and you're like, fuck, I gotta make this one, like, really good. And it's always nice where lyrically it really comes out, too, and then you have what you have, and it makes it just supreme, like you said, and no wonder it's your favorite track, so.
Yeah, totally, dude.
Number 3, Rise from the Grave, which is kind of like, basically, I guess, the title track.
Yeah, it's kind of like the flagship song on the album, in a way, I guess. I mean, that was also one of the first ones that Kyle and Matt brought to me. I think, like, there was a little bit of anxiety around that one, just because we weren't sure. It's, like, a little bit out of our wheelhouse, just in terms of, like, how straightforward it is. Yeah. Because it's still like 100% a death metal song, but it's like by far the most straightforward verse chorus song we've ever done. Yeah. But I know like with that song in particular, it kind of shows how much like Judas Priest and like Carcass and stuff Kyle was listening to.
Hey, I mean, you can't go wrong.
There's like a dual guitar solo at the end. Yeah.
Like a super just like Glenn KK shit going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And like that riff is just so infectious. And I remember Kyle. I mean, he probably doesn't want me to share this, but I'm going to anyway. I mean,
sorry, Kyle.
Sorry, buddy. I mean, he told me when we were writing that song, or rather, when he was writing that song and showing it to us, he was like, "Do you think this is going to make kids want to like pick up a guitar and play guitar?" Because I mean, that's cool. I mean, I think about. I'm no shredder myself. I mean, I dabble a little bit, but in playing guitar. But I remember, like, when I was first trying to learn, it was always songs like pretty much anything off Heartwork or like Crusade.
Of course,
like just super catchy, super simple, infectious riffs, and I think subconsciously that was kind of what Kyle was going for with that song.
Yeah, I mean, the first time you hear the opening to Heartwork, like. Just the title track alone, you're like, holy shit, like, this is amazing. Yeah. Like, you want to just learn the do-do-do-do-do-do, like, you just want to learn how to, like, shred in general.
Yeah, dude, Bill Steer is, like...
he's incredible.
You can't say enough good things about the guy's playing.
And his vocals are incredible, and his lyrics. He's just an all-around fucking beast of a dude, so it's like, that'll inspire you.
It pisses me off, like, how good he is. Just, like, making metal music.
He can just make, I hope he just makes music forever, so. And,
me too.
Shout out to Bill, the new Carcass album kicks fucking ass too, so.
Yes, it does.
This one is what I was saying with my favorite track so far. Oh yeah, but before we go to that, Rise from the Grave, you have a music video for it, came out a couple weeks ago.
Yep, we do.
And then, what was it, shooting for that? Was it quick, easy?
Yeah. That was crazy. I mean, we had sort of like a general idea of what we wanted to do for the video. I mean, we knew we wanted it to be like a little bit B horror movie inspired, but not like corny. Like I feel like sometimes metal bands no disrespect, but I feel like sometimes metal bands lean a little too much into like the horror movie thing, and
yeah,
kinda, like it takes away from the music,
or it's not fun,
a little bit.
Yeah,
right. And with this one, like, we wanted to use that imagery, but we wanted it to be violent and gory and all that good shit. But we also just wanted it to be like just a sick like band playing the song video too.
Sure.
You know? And thankfully, we got hooked up with Eric Easterday, who directed and shot it. And he is just like the man. He's like the nicest dude. He's great at what he does.
Yeah.
And that was the first time any of us had really been on like anything resembling like a set for a video. So that was kind of intimidating. Like walking into that, there's like
see all the lights and shit, and like
right. Like typically, like with this band, it's just like, you know, we have our friends do everything for us, and this time around it was like people I don't know operating cameras and stuff. But it was cool, man. I mean, it was a good time shooting it.
Nice. And for all you watching and or listening, you can watch it on YouTube right now on this on the Prosthetics YouTube page. But yeah, as I was saying, track 4, this is the song I kind of was like, this will probably be my favorite just based on the name alone. Necrobionics. Love it. I like the Necro moniker, like the Necro something is always going to be good. So now we got a new one in the death metal field. It's Necrobionics, so let's talk about that one.
Yeah, that song is kind of I guess like a spiritual sequel to the song Enhancing the Dead in a way.
Yeah.
We always joke in the band about how we have this like Undeath cinematic universe where it's just like certain things, certain themes, certain elements just keep like popping up over and over again. And, you know, Enhancing the Dead, which is later on the album, but also it's a re-recording of the song that we did for our second demo.
Nice.
Setting Natalysis. And that song is all just like, it's kind of inspired by like the Doom video games in a lot of ways. Just like attaching like machine guns to demons and zombies and shit.
Yeah, it's brutal.
And Necrobionics is kind of like just another pass at that theme in a way, just like taking reanimated corpses and
weaponizing them.
Guns.
Yeah,
weaponizing them.
So it's like Return of the Living Dead 3 is kind of like that. They start weaponizing them for the military, and they add like all these little like metal arm parts and shit, and like fucking
it's
buzz saws
cool,
on their arm, and it's fucking wild.
And it's just a cool song. I mean, it's got like a really dope like 2-step riff. Like
nice.
I love like that lead verse riff is so sick. It's got like a great little like breakdown part. That was we were choosing a new song to play on the Black Dahlia Murder tour that we did, and that was kind of a no-brainer because it's a great live-ass song. Yeah.
Those kids will go wild with a crowd like that with the, you know, that kind of tour package for sure would be like, oh shit, this is... this band's hitting right now. Okay.
My body wants to move.
They're like, we're waiting for this riff all night. Here we go. Okay. Wasn't prepared for Undeath to go this hard. So yeah, Enhancing the Dead, number 5.
Yeah. So that was one of the earlier songs that we wrote as a band, honestly. I mean, we had the first demo, which is basically just like 4 songs and an interlude, I think. And then Enhancing the Dead was the first song that we wrote for our second demo.
Yeah.
And it's just a fucking wild song, dude. I mean, it's like, it goes all over the place. Like, it's got like a crazy like 5/4 riff in the middle.
Yeah.
That it's kind of been like our set opener for a while.
Nice.
It's just like, it just hits like all the right spots that you want for like a song that you're going to play live. You know, it's got it slows down at the end. It's got a great mosh part. It gets fast. It's got kind of a 2-steppy part. Like, it's just it's a jack of all trades kind of metal
it ticks
song.
all the boxes.
And you know what's funny is that, I mean, here's some inside baseball. We were when we were like finalizing all the song titles for it, originally the pitch was Necrobionics and Enhancing the Dead were going to be Necrobionics, parentheses, the Necrobionics Suite, Part 1. and then Enhancing the Dead was going to be the Necrobionics Suite, Part 2.
Nice.
And we were rolling with that for a while, but then, like, right at the final hour, we were like, this is too dumb. We can't do this.
It's like a little Impaled-esque, a little bit, or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or just, you know, it's classical, but... I'm gonna call it that now anyway, just to let you know. It's like, this is actually Suite Part 1. I don't know if you knew that.
You possess the knowledge.
Yeah, if I see you guys live, this is a sweet part too. Now they're playing it. Number 6, The Funeral Within. It's a good one. It's deep. It's good.
Yeah, I feel like that song had a different title at the beginning. I don't remember what it was, but The Funeral Within is way better than what it used to be.
Yeah.
I think, for that one, we kind of always envisioned that as being like the song the second half of the record starts with.
Yeah.
And the beginning where it's all kind of like reversed and then it like slams into the intro riff, that was kind of our little homage to Altars of Madness era Morbid Angel.
Oh yeah, sure. Awesome.
And yeah, that's just a wild song. I mean, I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've actually like sat down and listened to the album front to back, but I think that one has that crazy slam at the end.
Yeah.
And we had never done anything so like I guess on its face heavy and like brutal like that before.
Yeah.
So that was really exciting to record.
Nice. So that's kind of a song that like evolved over time a little bit, where you kind of favored it now more.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No question.
Number 7, Head Splattered in 7 Ways. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah.
That's another one that sticks out. You're just like, that's going to be another one that I like a lot. It's like a staple.
Yeah. I feel like if you're a death metal band, you gotta have one like supremely goofy song title
of course.
on your album.
Yeah.
And that's the one for sure. I mean, that song is ridiculous. Like the whole thing is in 7.
7 ways, yeah, that's good.
There's all this like Jim Carrey number 23.
It's all in 7s, yeah.
It's all in 7s. The song's called Head Splattered in 7 Ways. Like on the cover art of the album, the dude's head is being blown up in 7 different pieces. It's just it's ridiculous. But yeah, that song's crazy. I mean, we actually just shot a video for it.
Awesome.
Yeah, that one's gonna be coming out in like 2 weeks, I think.
Sweet.
Love that song. Definitely one that I want to play live at all these upcoming shows that we have. Yeah, it's just that's kind of like a return to form for our band in the sense that like at the very beginning, like the very first demo, I feel like we were playing around with a lot more weird time signatures and stuff. And
yeah.
Then we kind of got really straightforward, and then that song was kind of us going back to our roots a little bit and doing stuff that was a little bit less like 4/4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love that song. Nice,
man. And then another good song title, number 8 is Human Chandelier. That's one you can picture it immediately. You're just like, oh, okay. A little imagery to go with it.
That one's funny. That was one of the last ones that got written for the record, and I think Kyle had that chorus riff just kind of like, he was fucking around with it, and then he didn't really know how to turn it into a complete song.
Yeah.
But basically, like, everything kind of got structured around that chorus. And yeah, it's cool. I mean, the thematically, I think, like, I don't remember exactly who it's inspired by, but there's some, like, French or German architect that Kyle was reading about that was constructing, like, candelabras and chandeliers out of skulls and bones and stuff. And, I mean, it just lends itself so naturally to cool death metal lyrics.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So, yeah, that was kind of the genesis of that song.
Sick. Yeah, that's another one that I really love. Number 9, Bone Rot.
Yeah, so that one, that's a Tommy song. We brought Tommy on in the band, like, right around the same time that Legions was coming out, and we knew that he was just, like, a sick player. He's a phenomenal bassist, but he's also just, like, a really terrific songwriter.
Yeah.
And, he brought that song to us one day when he drove. I mean, he lives in Virginia.
Oh, wow.
So we don't really get to practice with him physically that often. But he drove up one time when we were like just deep in the writing process for the record, and he had that song basically like a little over half written, probably. Like he had the chorus, and we all kind of went over it together. And finish it up. So it's a Tommy song through and through, but there's also like this really strong collaborative element going through it that kind of that elevates it in a way that I think turned out great.
Awesome, man. And it's good whenever, travels so far and he's like, hey, I got something. And you're like, oh shit, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, it's definitely helpful.
Yeah. And then to finalize the record, number 10, Trampled Headstones.
Yeah, Trampled Headstones. That song is fucking sick. I think it's just... I don't remember when we wrote that one. I think it was also toward the end. We knew we wanted the record to end on a fade out, kind of like just classic 80s, 70s metal style.
Sure, yeah.
And that record just has like that really dope, just like driving riff going all the way through it. That's another one that, like maybe halfway, 3/4 of the way through the song, has a slam or like a slam adjacent part.
Yeah.
Like, it's slam adjacent. I'm gonna go with that. But,
that's got to be on a shirt somewhere, like slam adjacent.
Undeath slam adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just like we'd never really gone that like full bore, just like writing a slam part like that before, and
yeah,
like just like with the funeral of Ben, and yeah, I think that song just turned out dope. It's a killer way to close the record, and
absolutely.
I think originally we wanted to fade out with the sound of like horse hooves, and, like thunder and stuff. Just like really up the production value.
Yeah,
so
sure.
We settled on just fading the song out. That was more than enough.
Instead of like the King Diamond ambiance, you're gonna go with just the
there is ambiance throughout the record. I should have mentioned like Bone Rot has like anvil sounds on it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
If you listen closely in Necrobiotics, we layered over one of the double bass parts like a machine gun sample.
Hell yeah, dude.
It kind of got buried in the mix a little bit, but if you listen closely, you can tell when the gun starts going off. Like,
I kind of like that though, where it's very subtle. Like you guys know it's there, so you're like, I wonder if the people are catching on to the machine gun sound in the background. But like, it's kind of fun for the band to like have it layered in there and just be like, I want people to hear it too. But it's funny when they're like, oh shit, was that a machine gun?
It's a nice little Easter egg.
Yeah, exactly. And with the the Undeath cinematic universe, you got to have the Easter eggs carry around. So
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, dude, the album's fucking sick. I can't wait for you guys to have it put out April 1st on Prosthetic Records. I'm excited.
I do believe it's April 22nd.
Is it 22nd now?
Yeah, because Bandcamp's weird, dude. Like Bandcamp, they only let you set your release date so far in the future. So they locked it in April 1st, but it's coming out April 22nd.
So I remember on the email thing it said 22nd, but then Bandcamp said the 1st. So I was like, I wonder if it's coming out early for Bandcamp and then for that. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's everywhere the 22nd.
April 22nd. So it's April Fool's Day if you look for the Undeath album on April 1st because it ain't happening. So yeah.
Sorry.
I was trying to set you all up, but it didn't work out. So well, Alex, do you have anything else? I guess you guys got a tour coming up in March also.
Yep. We got I'm calling it the Ohio World Tour.
Ohio World Tour.
There's 3 Ohio dates.
Nice.
It's just the way she goes sometimes. I mean, it'll be fun. We're doing a couple dates supporting the Acacia Strain.
Nice.
Sort of like New England. We're doing Worcester, Mass. We're doing Albany and Long Island.
Nice.
And then straight from there, we start driving out to LDB Fest in Louisville. We're playing Cincinnati, Cleveland, and there's another one in there too. Maybe Toledo as well.
Nice.
We're doing all those shows with our friends Mutilatred, just
they're sick
death metal band.
Yeah,
that band's awesome.
Absolutely.
Then we're playing LDB Fest, and then we've got after that a pretty big tour that is getting announced. I think maybe this week. I'm not sure, but.
Awesome.
Maybe by the time this is out, people will be aware of it. But
hell yeah,
we've got plenty of touring coming up.
Well, looking forward to it. Looking for the album release, which is April 22nd on Prosthetic Records, and greatly looking forward to it. And for everyone else to hear this thing, it's fucking awesome. And congrats on all your success and keep on rising to the top, man. This is good shit.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that.
And then lastly, I don't know if you're the horror guy, but do you have any horror movie recommendations?
Ooh, okay.
Maybe some favorites or just ones you like,
I'm not as keyed in on modern horror movies as I
Oh,
once was.
we're more like, old school fans ourselves.
All right, cool.
80s, 90s shit,
There's the classics. I mean, you can't recommend stuff like Hellraiser enough.
Sure, it's... Yeah.
One and two.
Absolutely.
Personally, I tend to lean more towards Hellbound, honestly.
Yeah, I like... A lot of people hate it. I like the weird, the world or whatever, and they have that... I don't know, like the... What's her name's back in it, and she's still a piece of shit, and she's with that, like... that Dr. Cenobite guy. I don't know, he's weird.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
It's good, though.
Movie is just... It's so unhinged. I love it.
Yeah, it's bad shit.
It's like... shit like, classic stuff, Reanimator.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely watch that. For me personally, I mean, I love, like, Audition. Like, some of the more,
like foreign films, yeah, like...
Yeah, like
Takashi Miike, oh, yeah. That film is unsettling.
Yeah, very creepy, like Ichi the Killer, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's, like, totally my wheelhouse, so...
It's one of the craziest intros of all time, where, like, I don't even think in a porno I've ever seen... the title of the movie splattered out in cum, so like that was interesting. I was like, okay, Ichi the Killer, did not expect that as the intro, but okay.
Definitely watch Ichi the Killer. And then one more, if you haven't seen Tetsuo the Iron Man.
Oh, I love him, dude. And Omega Man's good too, holy shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are
or like
movies.
Was it Body Hammer?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god, those movies are so good.
Fucking love those.
Arrow Video released like a box set of his. I forget the director's name right now. That did Tetsuo and all those movies. But there's a box set of it that I want to get really bad, and hopefully they're still available. But to anyone watching, just either way, I think on Tubi, the app we usually stream for our podcast, is on. I think at least Body Hammer's on there, and I think Tetsuo Iron Man's on there too. So
also, like, Tetsuo is. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's only like 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's short as shit, and it's like weird black. It looks like an industrial metal music video or something. Right. It's so like black and white, really like odd.
If you've got a spare hour during the day, watch that movie. No,
it's good shit. And then I guess to bounce off of that, another crazy one, like if you like, like Japanese horror, is Tokyo Gore Police. That one's just insane.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Yeah, it's just insanity. It's just so much fun. Just the most just blood spraying and like just nasty. It's like trauma on crack, which I didn't think was possible that they can be on any more crack, but it's just like it's insanely fast paced, like just outrageous gore and special effects and blood. It's good shit. So
also highly recommend that one.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Well, dude, it's been great talking to you, and thanks for having us and being a part of this, and we look forward to the release again, and hopefully we'll see you out on the road here soon. And,
yeah, dude.
And then we look forward to your tour announcement, to the album release, and it's going to be hopefully a successful time for you guys. And like I said, this has been awesome. I really appreciate your time with us.
Yeah, thank you, man. This has been a lot of fun. I appreciate you having me on.
No problem, man. Anytime, and hopefully we'll catch up with you on tour soon, and we'll talk again. And until then, man, enjoy everything, and congrats to everything. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, man. Take it easy.
Phantasm.
And you know something? I sort of enjoyed it.
Phantasm.